knowledge of all of this, we could put together a proposal, have them people come in and do workshops.
What people? The genius kids who?
Yeah, and the people working in the big computer companies and et cetera, et cetera. You know. Then you could put together your own program. So when you talk about having pride to do something, you know, you basically have to look in that direction.
The pride, you said?
Pride.
Mm-hmm.
You look in that direction. So you know how to go about getting federal funds, which is available for that.
For what? Workshops?
For workshops, retraining.
That's interesting.
Each community gets X amount of dollars for that.
Ah.
Right now it's only focused on this menial stuff. It's also for technical stuff.
This is interesting. You know, Charles just got donated about 6 or 7 computers.
Like I said, they gave it. Come on, it's up to y'all to wake up. You get monies to have people come in to actually do that, so they get a stipend, and they'd be more than happy to do it.
Plus, and you could run all these operations with
Yeah. Then you get something going.
Yeah.
Then you get the right systems. You won't. Then they find out what they really gave you ain't worth too much.
That probably is. You know, anything you get somebody to get up and give you, right? But you know,
it's the beginning. They let you. They say, well, we gave them a start. They didn't use it.
Yeah, but you know, I wanted to have a little business, a little storefront, size. You know, do faxes, copies, and have little workstations in the community, in the Lower East Side, deep in the Lower East Side, right?
Well, there's a little place around the corner run by some brothers, and you know, I don't know how they got the funding to do what they're doing.
Where?
But they got a little startup business doing that, a little small space.
Around here?
Yeah.
Copying and computers, huh?
They're not really. I don't think they were allowed to get into that since these people are trying to get a corner on it. Unique copy trying to. In other words, there's the big shots who try to keep that from actually happening.
The copy.
The computer thing.
Oh, okay.
It's fine if they go to the copy thing. There's no problems there. Because they figure anyway. So the computer thing is like something that's relatively new that everybody's basically getting involved in. Kinko is the biggest of them all.
Oh shit. I want to write letters. People write letters to people, man, who can't. You know what I mean? For little mamacitas in the projects, man. I mean, you know, that's just I thought it sounds stupid.
Yeah, but there's monies. What I'm saying is that if you really want to get involved, there's monies available for that.
I think that should be a part of the strategy.
And from my point of view, you as who you are, it'd be very easy for you to get a number of people together who have equal importance to get that proposal working.
We can get a proposal together. We could do all that. Just, you know, how things are, time and execution, and you know, you really want to be sure before you really commit. You know, you don't want to, you know. But then there's the whole process of getting the applications, of the information, of the parameters. But that's not impossible. But it's still now time management is of the essence, right?
And yeah, I want to also mention. Remember I was talking about Ginsberg? He's the only one there.
Only one there?
You know, who have enough to dress and do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Okay. A friend of mine called me. She's from Pennsylvania, and she had a show in the gallery over there, and she got a Fulbright to go to Europe and do a whole thing over there. So I have 2 apartments. One of them became available, so I had to figure out who we're gonna get in. That's rep, you know. I don't have to worry about it. So she came in one day, and I said, "You're it. I'm gonna change your life." So she's renting an apartment now. She called me a couple of days ago that she had taken a portfolio up to New York Times. And they told her to leave it and come back later. And she had to go someplace, so she left it longer than it's supposed to be left up there. And then she went to pick it up, and then 2 days later they called her to do an assignment of Ginsberg and somebody else who was coming out with some children's book.
As a photo or drawing?
She's gonna do the photo. The photo for they're gonna have it in the New York section of the magazine. The magazine section, New York Times.
Okay.
She's doing a little special on it.
Interesting.
They want to turn around. I never believed I'd be a major contributor to this.
To what?
Because of me, she's photographing.
Right on. Oh my God. Shit, too much.
I want to ask, how much you getting paid for this?
Well, you
That'll
did
be
change.
cool.
You did change a lot, huh? Was that your apartment on 6th Street?
That's the place I live at now. The other place I have is down on Essex Street.
Essex. Oh man, below Houston, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of them neighborhoods. I used to live down there, man. I used to live down there on the other side of East Broadway, man. On Henry Street.
Whoa.
Yeah, way down there. Way deep in the Lower East Side, man. Shit.
I ain't going back there.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, man, let's figure this, because, I want to think of what would be the outlet for this thing, of course. That's the obvious thing. What's the outlet for doing this?
There's 1,001 possibilities. The first possibility that should be looked at is the what's that called? It's the learning process. Another word I want to use for that. It's the learning process. And then out of that comes the ideas in terms of how it can be properly used once you become aware of the technologies.
Who's running the process? Who's running the process?
To make people more understanding of the technology. A lot of people don't understand the technology, and how once you understand the technology, you understand how it could best be used for your purposes.
Talking about me and Doug?
No, you have the workshop for other people.
Oh, that stuff. Oh, yeah. That's a natural.
I thought you were talking about that.
No, that's a natural because.
Doug.
Because I got a proposal that. I think I told you about this. This woman who works out, Vivica, works out at Bell Lab. She does CD-ROMs, and she's a photographer, and she does art shit, which is really, I don't know, it must have something, I don't know, she's from Norway, but she wrote out this whole numbers for our CD-ROM workstation. And I think the budget she just gave was about $50,000, but, and she has all the access to equipment at Bell Lab. So no, that's very feasible. I'm just trying, now I have to think about how to actually get that rolling, right? But the first part, from my perspective, is to get your stuff laid in there. What do you mean?
All of your material.
Laid where?
On a CD.
Oh, on CD. Well, yeah. But an investment of $50,000 to do my stuff, I don't know.
And then, as you're doing your stuff, you would have to bring in other people.
Yeah, I think there'd have to be in pretty much from the get-go. There has to be a reason. But see, I'm trying to figure out my own way what the payoff is for this new technology, the CD-ROM, and whether it's worth, or the internet in terms of audio-visual, and whether it's worth setting up right now, which this will all be a setup to get into that, and where that's going, right?
That's the rush.
The rush?
Yeah,
There is a rush?
Yeah, to get in.
It's just so abstract, isn't it? I have no information outside of my own perception.
It's happening so fast.
Yeah.
The amount of stuff that's being poured in there, that the people who will come in at this point, based about the end, will subsequently rise with the onslaught. You come in beneath it, it's going to be very hard to get up there because everything will be covered. Again, you get into the isolation trip.
So your position is to enter now?
As quick as you can. So you become base reference.
Base reference.
Base reference.
That's a literal term, right?
Well, you punch in information in the computer, they're using what you might call base reference. And it doesn't go beyond base reference thus far. So there's still room to put in base references.
Which would be what? The name of somebody?
What you're doing, who you are. You punch in poetry, you punch in black, regional, and all this information comes up. That's base reference.
Okay, librarian kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, they click in, and it goes to that source. They want more information, they click in even further.
And how do they pay? Do you know, and is this too much to explain to me? Because if it is, you don't have to do it now.
The first part of it is for you to become base reference. So if they want hard information, they click in on, they leave an email message in your box that they're interested in something. They might be interested in the book. They might be interested in this one piece. And then you either mail them a real piece, or you punch in information to be sent to them via internet. So that there's all these different ways. So basically, right now, people are getting set up to make money by providing information. Or
finding, you said? You said finding. I just must have misheard you.
No, not finding. They're basically being set up right now
to get paid,
to provide information. And that's publicity. So people come to them. So then they start providing services in terms of who they are. You want, say like Channel 13, you want a program such and such a date. You punch that in, and they ship you a videotape, minus $23, sir, thank you. And so you're providing a product now.
And who's buying this stuff, man?
Institutions.
Institutions, as a research stuff.
And individuals doing research. Right now, those are the people who is part of the internet.
That's interesting. I mean, right now with tribes and with my papers, which I'm going out to California to do with my collection, right? That all could be very restricted, right? It could be supremely restricted. I don't think Steve has made any deals along those lines yet. You know, so yeah, we could restrict all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that I agree with you in spirit. You know, the only thing that bothers me is that there's nothing like written out, no information just easily accessible. And I guess it might be just the nature of what the situation is, right? That there might not be any information. But oh yeah, I think I'm gonna.
Right now, the basic concern within the freelance people or people just on outside the system is to initiate what they call a home page. You know, that's the main thing now, home page.
And you have to pay somebody to be
set it up for you.
And then
the whole thing is in the setup. You put it on for nothing. Then you pay a service fee, user fee, anywhere from, depending on who's providing the service, 25 to something like, I don't know how far up it goes in terms of kind of services, but the base price is $25 a month.
Okay, let me tell you what my angle on this is at that point is that I would certainly think that tribes or a black entity would want to be a person who's receiving that $25, right? First of all, for to have a website, right?
That's what you pay. It's like a cable fee.
So there's somebody who you don't pay to, you pay somebody who's some middleman,
the institution who's supporting, it's like the telephone company kind of thing. You're paying them to provide you a user's service fee to use their lines.
Okay, there's a lot of angles and I don't understand, but I have followed this a little bit, and I know that like Udine Reader was trying to get advertisers to go in and then they backed out. And then I figured that the best thing to be on there with is really good digestive information and good, it doesn't have to be original. It just has to be good collection.
Yeah, something that's going to be good for you in many different ways, economically. And also, to actually look down the road and say, well, if I provide this information, I'll be
So, you take pictures of people? Take pictures, find out.
The world is changing around you.
I didn't expect you to make a film. What else are you filming?
I just walk through the streets and whatever I come up with, I say, okay, this is it for today. So you become it for today.
Is that a new camera?
No, this is an old one. This is 1990.
You have a zoom or something?
Yeah.
Automatic zoom?
Yeah.
Nice, small, nice size.
Yeah. It's inconspicuous.
Does it make sound?
Oh yes. Very good sound.
Here. That's what we need. This and this.
You need big ones of that. You need big ones, lots of big ones. No ones. That don't work anymore. That won't buy you a good lunch. So what's going on around here, y'all? Is it all changing?
Well, now it will start to be changing, I think. that apartment building, and then they're going to make a fancy restaurant, and then they're going to make a pizza restaurant.
Pizza?
Yeah, this one, they cut some right
Oh.
here.
Really?
And we're going to paint this green, I think. But I mean, I don't think it'd be so easy to change this street.
The historical nature of it. The historical nature of it.
Well, it's just, it looks like you can't change it. You know, it has a wild feeling to it. It's very nice. Well, just these guys alone over here.
It's a quiet invasion.
That smells, don't sit there. Everybody pisses on that.
Oh, yeah, that's well used, huh?
Everybody's putting it on film. He acts as if he doesn't know the camera is going, you know. He's a real cool
Inconspicuous.
guy, you know. Holding
Inconspicuous.
camera. Yeah. Listen, do you know anything about the Argus camera? Asked it up before.
Yeah, it was called the brick.
The brick.
Tell him the story. It's a very good
You know what,
story.
you'll have. A lot of guys call me up, you know, and I don't, you know. And the guy calls me up and he says, listen, our president wants to see you. I said, what is the president? Argus company.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he said, do you ever photograph with an Argus? And I said, you know, I said, this is funny, you know, and I said, oh yeah. It was an impossible camera, the way it looked, and all the buttons on it, and they called it the brick.
The brick.
Oh,
World War
yeah.
II. You used to throw them out of the airplane. It was a standard issue, so they threw them out on people.
Did you ever use one?
No, that was before my time.
Well, they were around in the 50s, you know.
It wasn't a camera in my book. I needed something that was substantial.
Well, I remember it because it was so ugly and so impossible. I thought, who could use that even then, you know?
Yeah.
But,
So you used one?
no, but I told them I did.
They're still in business?
Yeah, it surprised me. Yeah, they're in business. I don't know what they do.
Didn't you say it's the 50th anniversary?
Well, I think so. The 50th
And they want to
anniversary.
use your name to endorse it or something? They want to use your name to endorse it, I think.
Well, I
Really?
think so.
Yeah.
Wow. So they're going to give you a gold-coated model, huh? Tell you to go around the country and reshoot again.
There's still our Argus cameras? Maybe they make another camera.
I think they
Were they
still make
attached
them.
to Keystone? Keystone and August, were they associated some way or another? What about Ansco? Were they associated?
I
Ansco?
thought it could have a connection with Ansco, but I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe they should call the camera Argus. That would be nice to meet the president, you know.
So you're going to meet him?
Supposed to come today.
He's going to come
You
here.
can't remember when you told him to
No,
come?
I forgot. Maybe at 2.
Today?
Yeah.
That should be interesting. That's an historical event.
Well, he might be a nice guy.
It's very
But you
historic.
know, maybe
Something
maybe it's
nice
just
about it. I
real
agree.
cold thing is that they give you, you know, $1,000 and we use you, you know, and we use your name and we want to photograph. And you know, I would say I couldn't
With
do
the
it then,
camera?
you know.
With the camera, TV, Donahue show, you know, the whole thing. Letterman.
But it would be nice to make
Have you
up
made
some
TV
story.
yet?
TV?
Yeah.
I do video, film.
I'm talking about, you know, like on the talk shows.
No, I don't do that.
You
I
don't?
wouldn't do it. No.
You wouldn't? Why not? You have a
I'm not
reason?
an entertainer.
They want to find out something about your history, and
Well, they can go to my show and have these books
but
around
you don't
it.
talk on TV.
No.
Oh boy,
No.
we can't make you even famous than you want it.
It's enough. I got enough, you know.
Oh,
I got enough. I'm
Wow.
waiting for June. They'll.
what's happening?
She got an honorary doctorate the other
Really?
day. Yeah.
Whoa.
You don't even know what. Maybe you think I'm a psychiatrist. I could be.
What you getting on with the doctor?
Fine arts. I'm a painter and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I know you didn't know that. You don't even know my last name.
No.
That's it.
What's your last name?
No, you go from the top. Leaf.
You're so secretive.
No, Leaf.
Leaf.
L-E-A-F. June Leaf.
Okay. I shall look you up.
There's a book of mine at the St. Mark's bookstore. You can
June
look
Leaf.
at it.
Okay.
My sculptures.
I shall get it.
Very nicely done. Oh, yeah.
I worked on it with another photographer. Robert has a few photographs of it. Hey, you know what? That sculpture, Sisters, you know, the iron one, the forged one, they didn't put it in, they didn't identify it in there. It's not listed. Isn't that cool? They forgot it.
Which one is
The
that?
one, the forged one, the iron one that I did on the
yeah.
forged. It's not in the back. It's okay. For all the editing, they always make a mistake. I don't think it's.
Who got that?
I
The
still
little
have,
one.
No, I have it. I still have it
What
here.
forged one?
I did it in marble, you know, the one where
Not the woman.
snake.
Oh, the two snakes.
Well, one snake that has two heads. In a knot.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, that's in the book, but I just found out the other day because somebody was looking for it in the back to see what size it was and everything. And there are about 35 in there, and that one wasn't in there. Gives them something to feel bad about, I guess.
To search for. Uh-huh. So you still have the piece, though?
I do, yeah. But I don't have most of them that are in there.
Is Elsa out here sunning or waiting?
I'm just slowing down. Isn't that nice?
So you walk around here, the neighborhood. It's changing now. Now I think, you know,
So when are you going to move into your new...
That's another change. Everybody's going through changes, you know?
Are you going to get it back into your old place?
Yeah,
What? Okay.
just frustration. Trying to make sure everything is done properly before I go back in.
I didn't really look to see. Well, they're remodeling the whole bottom of that building.
The whole building has been redone.
The whole building.
The whole building. They're supposed to put in wood floors. They put in concrete foundation, no floors. Pipes are all out in the middle of the floor. The electric panels in the wrong place. There was no vent for the place. It went on
Is
and
it
on.
going to be the same size?
Smaller, about 10%, because of the new zoning regulations for different. The hallways have to be wider. So it
Did
took
somebody
space
buy
down.
the building?
No, it belongs to a co-op.
Then you are a member of
Yeah,
that co-op?
yeah. It's all one big consortium is managed. It actually still belongs to the city indirectly. It just recently was turned over to the nonprofit managing agent. And eventually will be, you know, run by the co-op. But right now it's all subsidized.
How long is that road? Could I look in it?
Sure.
I just want to see. Because I don't ever do right there. It's great. It's great, but it distorts the person a bit, doesn't it? In a strange way, doesn't it? Oh, it's great. It's automatically it's focusing by itself.
Yeah,
That's a nice
Everything by
camera.
itself.
Boy, there's nothing to it. You can just stand there and.
Yeah, it's good for people who can't see and hear well like me, you know. So I just stand here, you know, I don't worry about it being in focus.
Nor did you get the whole.
I've had 4 months of agony getting this prepared by the company. So it's back and forth to the company until I wrote to the president of Canon, and then I started getting results.
And then they repaired it.
Then they repaired it properly.
That's a Canon. You had a Canon. How is that different from you? Is that a Super 8?
Yeah, high 8.
Was yours a high 8?
What kind of a battery you have? A regular battery?
No flat battery. Canon battery. It lasts about an hour. About an hour. It's light. That's why I use it. Yeah. So it's an excellent way of not photographing. So it's my way out of photography.
Then you go home and look
Everybody's
at it?
way.
You go home and look at it now?
No, I
Not
just
right away, you
no,
don't-
no. I just
What do you do with it then? You keep all these cassettes,
yeah.
and then
Occasionally I put it on a regular tape, a
bring it
VHS tape,
someplace.
and I just throw it away.
And then you store it away. And
Yeah.
then it's just like a. Well, really, there's nothing like it. You can't say it's like a journal because you don't have to do anything.
No.
Did you see those old cameras on Houston and Elizabeth here? Big, beautiful studio cameras. Some of them are that big.
Where
Out
at?
on the street.
Really?
Yeah, they're beautiful. They don't have lenses in them, but they're the most. I'm telling you about
Oh,
those
studio
cameras.
cameras.
Studio cameras. I was telling you about those beautiful studio cameras.
Oh yeah,
I
big,
would think
big
that you
one.
would be very interested.
What
in
size was it?
Well, they're good ones. I mean, they're really good cameras.
What price would we have on that?
I don't know. It's a very expensive place there, you know.
On the corner there?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I think it's a woman. Sometimes I ask a woman, but they're good cameras. But you know, they leave them out in the sunlight. You know,
But they don't have any lens.
I mean, no, they're no lens, but they're very beautiful old cameras.
Oh, let's take a look around there now.
You mean the bells will dry out and things like that?
Well, the wood, that
yeah.
sunlight on the wood day after day. I mean, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
it makes it pop. Yeah, Bleecker Street is history, huh?
It's a nice street, isn't it?
Little sun deck going up there in the back. Little sun deck.
Ah, fancy.
Don't you know? The green wood, I mean the treated wood, you know, that outside.
Money is in town.
Next door.
Amazing.
Money is in town, you know. Oh,
You know, I didn't recognize you during the dark.
Really? I try not to be
Your
recognized.
face was covered.
I try not. I do wear strange hats to throw
Yeah,
people off.
I
You know.
thought, I didn't even know you were holding a camera. I thought you had I don't know, some
What
box.
did it look like? A box?
Well, it's in the dark and I couldn't see it. It looked like you had
Yeah,
a box in front of your
Yeah, I
face.
used the post as a. I was down there. I wanted to do a walk-in on this. Glad.
Oh, it's wonderful.
All right, let me continue my onslaught through time. What's in this
you know,
building here?
June planted that tree. You know?
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got someone, you know.
Whoa.
But it's how old is it? About 5 years now?
Wow, it's
Still
really good.
scrawny.
We really had to, you know, keep people from ripping it
Yeah, 'cause it
down,
was
you
the
know.
third
You know,
attempt
people,
we made,
trees.
you know?
Oh, that's nice.
It's nice to have it.
Yeah. Real nice. Healthy.
Well, this time of year, but it's not good by September. Do you see what they're doing over there? That goes all the way to the front. There's
Wow.
a Moroccan or some kind of
A
restaurant.
restaurant?
See, all the way through here.
It's a Moroccan restaurant.
Up to this gray
Whoa.
door here.
Wow, they got all of that, huh?
All that, yeah.
Yeah.
Big bucks in the restaurant business, huh?
Well, they're
I think they
really.
put a lot of money in remaking it all, you know, and how they built around the entrances of the house. It's amazing.
It used
See,
to
it
be
goes all the way
covered.
back to that door there.
Uh-huh.
And there's an entrance to this apartment building there, and they
They went around
went
it.
around. They went
Well,
around
it
it.
looks nice
Quite
inside.
amazing.
You see this sort of stairway going up. But
No,
What's this building here?
this is a co-op.
Uh-huh.
Co-op building,
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh. Wow. No, this has always been a strange block in the back of my mind. I
Well,
walk
I
through
know.
here when I feel I want to take a look at the past.
Well, it has something. It's the width of the street. It's an old
This used to be a wild street, you know.
Yeah.
They had all kinds of people there. It's quite something, you know.
It's still there almost, huh? Interesting. Okay, I'm off again. Thank you for the conversation.
Take care.
And don't say anything about the brick, okay? You'll definitely insult the man. That's an underground joke.
We're gonna find out what they do now, you know.
That kind of day. Normally I go bicycling, but it's so cool that yeah, it's cold almost. On the edge of cold.
Okay.
All right.
So, no, that's not gonna happen.
You got some time to walk over with me?
No, I mean, I gotta be on the 4 o'clock train.
Oh.
Actually, I can probably get the one before that.
Oh well.
My mom bringing Ramon back from the Cape.
You used to him? Remember him?
brochure and asked them to go through it. And I worked for that company for 9 months. It's not like being hired in. You don't feel comfortable, okay? It's like you're only there temporary. The people treat you that way in a lot of situations. I was fortunate, more fortunate than other people, because I got along with everybody. And they said, you were one of the best techs we had, you know, but I didn't feel, you know, but you don't really feel part of it. And this is one of the places I worked as a distribution supervisor, and I only worked there for about 5 months. Here I worked here approximately 6 weeks, and for $5.25, I was working for another temp service called Cornwall at the time. I was supposed to be here for 30 days, and it could have turned permanent, but I only worked here 7 days. I don't know what was the reason why, but I guess when I got here, I found out that the company had filed Chapter 11. You don't have it the way you had it back in the 50s and early parts, where you went to work for a company, they took care of you, they did everything in their power to keep you. Now it's, let's make the money. We don't care what plant we close, where we go, we got to worry. But yet we're willing to pay these top executive millions of dollars a year, and they're willing to put people out on the street, and they say, well, it's the global economy. Wait a minute. You don't have to keep moving out, because we're the ones that are paying for it ultimately. Through the 80s, the fact that the auto industry in the United States was not very competitive, either from the time it took to do a product, the amount of investment it took, the cost to build it, or the quality. And the industry went through a very substantial changeover domestically. We were either going to change or we weren't going to survive. We almost didn't survive. We had another brush with bankruptcy only 6 or 7 years ago. And I think there's nothing that focuses people, you know, like that survival instinct.
Orders. In fact, what I'll do is ask you.
Sheila Caldwell also had to fight for survival. After 2 years at low-wage jobs, she just couldn't make it. So she quit work and, with some public assistance, attended school full-time to retrain in the medical field.
I've decided to go
Sounds like Sheila.
Job and go to school and try to make the best of it all I can, because I don't know when this opportunity is going to come again, and I'm getting older and the children are getting older, and I'm going to have to do something. Pain, there's protruding, hernia, swelling. I told them I was going back to school and they were shocked. And I was telling them, don't get mad and don't begrudge me. So they looked. Now what? Now they're at the point, well, okay, we'll give you study time. We'll help you study. Spell it then.
It's just that side.
Tangent. Okay, I give up. 3.
Kendra, don't do that to the cat.
No.
No.
Without medical insurance, Sheila couldn't afford to keep up with proper care for her daughter, Tamara.
Well, I look at her and I say, you know, why is this happening to my child? Is it going to go away? I was told no, she would never be cured of it. I don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Kitty cat.
I don't know what she's going to do in the future.